Americans work more hours than any developed country, get 0 legally required vacation, no paternity leave, and are expected to answer emails at 9 p.m. Here are the 8 ways American work culture makes no sense. Reason number 1, 0 legally required vacation. Alright, reason number 1, America is the only developed country in the world with 0 legally required vacation days. 0. Europe mandates 20 to 30 days of paid vacation by law. The UK gets 28 days. France gets 30. Even China mandates 10 days. America? 0. You get what your employer feels like giving you, and if they feel like giving you nothing, that's perfectly legal. The average American gets about 10 days of vacation, but here's the kicker. A third of Americans don't even take all of it, because there's so much guilt around actually using your vacation days. You save up your days for a trip, then your manager says, well, it's a really busy time right now, so you postpone. Then it's busy again. Then the days expire because of use it or lose it policies. So you lose the vacation you earned because you were too busy working to take time off from working. Other countries don't have this problem. In Europe, your boss doesn't ask if you're taking vacation. They tell you to take vacation. It's the law. You have to take it. But in America, vacation is a privilege, not a right. Your employer can offer 0 days, and you're just supposed to be grateful you have a job. And companies love to brag about generous vacation policies. We offer 15 days. That's the baseline minimum in most of Europe. You're bragging about doing less than the legal requirement in France. So congratulations, America. You're the only developed nation where taking a week off is considered a luxury. Very advanced. Reason number 2, no paid paternity leave. Reason number 2, America has 0 federal paid paternity leave. You just had a baby? Congratulations. Now get back to work. Every other developed country offers paid paternity leave. Sweden gives 480 days. Japan gives 52 weeks. Even Estonia gives 70 days. America? 0. Nada? Nothing. Women can take unpaid leave under FMLA if they qualify, which many don't, but it's unpaid. So good luck paying for diapers while you're not earning money. And men, most companies offer nothing. If you're lucky, you get a week or 2, unpaid. So your partner just went through childbirth, you have a newborn who doesn't sleep, and your company expects you back at your desk in 3 days. Checking emails, meeting deadlines, pretending you're not running on 90 minutes of sleep, and if you ask for more time, you're not committed. You're not a team player, because apparently being present for the birth of your child is less important than the Q3 sales report. Other countries figured this out decades ago. Paid leave helps families bond, supports mothers, reduces postpartum issues, and doesn't bankrupt parents. But America? We can't afford it, even though we're the richest country in the world. Somehow Europe can afford it, but we can't. Very mysterious. So you get 3 days to meet your child, then it's back to the office. Don't forget to update your Slack status. Out of office, briefly met my newborn, back now. And people wonder why American birth rates are declining. Maybe it's because having a child means choosing between bonding with your baby and paying rent. But hey, at least your company sent a gift basket. Very generous. Reason number 3, always available culture. Reason number 3, American work culture expects you to be always available. You're not working after hours, you're just responsive. Here's how it works. You leave the office at 6 p.m., you're home, you're eating dinner, then your phone buzzes. It's your manager. Quick question. It's never a quick question. Now you're responding to emails at 7 p.m., then someone slacks you at 8 p.m., then a quick call at 9 p.m. that lasts 45 minutes. You're not getting paid for this time. You're salaried, so this is just part of the job. Being available, always. Weekends, not safe. You'll get a just checking in text on Saturday, or a can you look at this real quick on Sunday morning. You're on vacation? Doesn't matter. Your manager will still reach out. I know you're off, but... And if you don't respond immediately, you're not a team player. You're not engaged. You're quiet quitting. Europe has laws against this. France has a right to disconnect. After work hours, you don't have to respond to emails. It's illegal for your employer to expect it. Germany has similar laws. You're off the clock? You're off the clock. But America, if you have a phone, you're on the clock. If you have Wi-Fi, you're working. If you're breathing, you're available. And companies gaslight you about it. We don't expect you to work after hours. Yes, you do. You just don't call it work. You call it being available. So you're working 50 hours a week, but only 40 are official. The other 10 are just you being responsive and dedicated. It's not overtime, it's culture. Reason number 4, sick days count as vacation. Reason number 4, in America, being sick uses up your vacation days. You can take time off when you're healthy or when you're sick. Pick one. Here's the scam. Many American companies use PTO, paid time off. It's a pool of days for vacation, sick leave, doctor appointments, and emergencies, all in one bucket. So if you get the flu and miss a week, that's your beach vacation gone. You used your days being sick. Sorry, and this is genius for employers. Instead of offering 10 vacation days and 5 sick days, they offer 12 PTO days total and act like they're being generous. But now you have to choose. Do you take a vacation or do you save days in case you get sick? Most people save the days, then never use them because what if you get sick later? And if you don't get sick, the days expire. Use it or lose it. Other countries separate these. You get vacation days. You get sick days. They're different categories. You can take a vacation and still have sick leave if you get the flu. But America? Lump it all together and hope you don't get the flu before your vacation. And here's the worst part. This incentivizes people to come to work sick. Because if you stay home, you lose vacation days. So you show up coughing, contagious, getting everyone else sick. Then everyone else comes to work sick because they don't want to lose vacation days either. It's a cycle of illness maintained by PTO policies. In other countries, if you're sick, you stay home. The company doesn't penalize you because keeping sick people out of the office is good for everyone. But America? Come to work sick or lose your vacation. Those are the options. Very healthy. Reason number 5, unlimited PTO is a scam. Reason number 5, unlimited PTO sounds amazing. It's a trap. Here's how unlimited PTO works in theory. Take as much vacation as you want. No set number, just go. Here's how it works in reality. No one takes vacation because there's no clear amount you're supposed to take. With set PTO, say 15 days, you know you're entitled to 15 days. If you only take 5, you're leaving 10 on the table, so you take them. With unlimited PTO, there's no number, so you don't know how much is acceptable. Is 10 days okay? 15? 20? No one tells you, so you take less. Studies show people with unlimited PTO take an average of 10 days. People with set PTO take 15. Unlimited vacation leads to less vacation because guilt. And here's why companies love it. When you quit, they don't owe you anything. With accrued PTO, if you leave, the company pays out your unused days. But with unlimited PTO, there's nothing to accrue. You get zero payout. So the company saves money by not paying out vacation days, and employees take less time off because there's no structure. It's a win-win for the company, a lose-lose for you. And they market it as a perk. We have unlimited PTO, as if that's generous. It's not generous. It's psychological manipulation dressed up as a benefit. If companies actually wanted you to take more vacation, they'd mandate a minimum. Everyone must take at least 20 days per year, but they don't. Because unlimited PTO isn't about giving you more time off. It's about giving you less while making you think you have more. Very clever. Reason number 6, salary means work 60 hours, get paid for 40. Reason number 6, being salaried doesn't mean you make more money. It means you work more hours for free. Here's the trick. Hourly employees get overtime. Work more than 40 hours, get paid time and a half. Salaried employees, no overtime. You're exempt from being paid fairly. So companies put you on salary and then expect 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. You're paid for 40. The rest, that's just part of being salaried. Let's do the math. You make $80,000 a year. Sounds good. But if you're working 60 hours a week, that's $25.64 per hour. An hourly employee making $25 per hour with overtime would make $97,500 for the same hours. You're working 20 extra hours a week for free. That's $17,500 a year you're not getting paid. But companies frame it as a perk. You're a professional. You're salaried. As if working more for less money is an upgrade. And they add pressure. We need this done by Monday. It's Thursday. That's a 60-hour week, but you're salaried, so that's just expected. Hourly workers have protection. They get paid for their time. Salaried workers get told that's what being salaried means. No, that's what being exploited means. Other countries have better labor protections. Even salaried workers have limits. But America? Unlimited unpaid labor as long as you're exempt. And if you push back, you're not a team player. You're not ambitious. You're quiet quitting. No, you're just not working for free. But somehow that's controversial. Reason number 7, productivity up 300%, wages flat. Reason number 7, American workers are 300% more productive than they were in 1970. Wages increased 10%. Guess who kept the difference? Here are the facts. Since 1970, productivity in America has increased by about 300%. Workers are producing 3 times as much value. Wages, adjusted for inflation, have increased by about 10%. So you're doing the work of 3 people and getting paid barely more than 1. Where did the other 290% go? Shareholders, executives, stock buybacks, just not to workers. And companies justify this with efficiency. You're more efficient now. You have computers, software, automation. Yes, and who benefits from that efficiency? Not you. You're just expected to do more with the same pay. In the 1970s, one person did 1 job. Now one person does 3 jobs because the other 2 people got laid off in the name of efficiency and their work got dumped on you. And companies call this doing more with less. What they mean is we fired half the team and expect you to pick up the slack for free. Then they praise you for being a team player. You're not a team player. You're 3 employees doing the work of 6 for the price of 2. Meanwhile, CEO pay has increased 940% since 1978. Worker pay, 12%. So productivity goes up, profits go up, CEO pay goes up, your pay, stagnant. But you're supposed to be grateful you have a job, even though you're doing 3 jobs and getting paid for 1. And when you ask for a raise, they say, sorry, budget constraints. But somehow there's budget for executive bonuses. Very fair. Reason number 8, at-will employment equals they own your time, but can fire you anyway. Reason number 8, American workers are expected to be loyal to companies that have 0 loyalty to them. Here's how at-will employment works. Your employer can fire you at any time, for any reason, or no reason at all.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
They don't need cause. They don't need notice. You can show up Monday, work your entire shift, and get fired at 4:59 p.m. Thanks. Your services are no longer needed. Security will escort you out. But if you quit, you're expected to give 2 weeks notice. Otherwise, you're unprofessional. You're burning bridges. So the power is completely asymmetrical. They can fire you instantly, but you have to give them 2 weeks to prepare. And during those 2 weeks, they can fire you anyway. You give notice, they say, actually, today's your last day. But they still expect the courtesy. Meanwhile, companies demand loyalty. They want you to work late, miss family events, skip vacations, be always available. And then they lay off 10% of the workforce to boost quarterly earnings. You gave them everything. They gave you a severance package and a cardboard box for your desk stuff. And the best part, all that extra work you did, the 60-hour weeks, the emails at 9 p.m., the skipped vacations, didn't protect you. You still got fired. Because at-will employment means they can fire you for any reason, including no reason. You worked hard. You were loyal. You sacrificed. Doesn't matter. The company needed to cut costs, and you were a cost. Other countries have better protections. In Europe, you can't just fire someone without cause. There's a process. There are protections. But America? At will. They own your time, your nights, your weekends, but they owe you nothing. And if you complain, they'll tell you that's just how the job market works. If you don't like it, leave. But where are you going? Every company operates the same way because this is the system. You're expected to be loyal to an employer that can fire you tomorrow with no notice, and that's considered normal. Very healthy relationship. So there you have it. 0 required vacation, no paternity leave, always available culture, sick days count as vacation, unlimited PTO is a scam, salary means free overtime, productivity up 300% with flat wages, and at-will employment with no loyalty. 8 reasons Americans work more than any developed country and have nothing to show for it. If you love breakdowns of American systems that exploit workers while calling it opportunity, hit subscribe. We've got plenty more workplace insanity to unpack because America never met a worker it couldn't squeeze for profit.